Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we're going to continue our talk on the tense indicator, gāng, a tense indicator, and we will jump into a combination of gāng and 在, or 刚 and 正在. So it's a combination of tense and aspect. So 刚正在 or 刚在, it may indicate that the sentence is a past continuous. The past continuous. And in the third sentence, we're going to talk about a combination of 刚刚 and 在 or 刚在, both as past continuous and past tense. So the situation may be various, and it depends on the sentences. It depends on the context to say if you are talking about the past tense or past continuous. So let's see the first one. I'm going to open a new series talking about Chinese pinyin because I think people with beginners learning Chinese, they are very lack the training in this aspect. First one, 我 means I, the first personal pronoun. 我 this W 我刚讲完 So we already know that this 刚 is an indicator of past tense, right? So we know 讲完 the verb phrase that means finished talking. 讲 means to talk or to speak. 完 means finished. So this is the verb phrase 讲完 a verb phrase meaning I just finished my talk. This 刚 is an indicator of past tense. So this verb phrase, this verb 讲完 is a past tense of the original verb 讲完。我刚讲完 I just finished my talk. I just finished my talk. And 你就进来了。你 the second personal pronoun. 你就进来了。你就进来了。We know this 了 is a suffix of the verb 进来 to come. So this to come is came, right? 你就进来了。就 is an emphasis to emphasize on this verb 进来 to come. So 你就进来了 means you just came. You just came in, something like that. 我刚讲完你就进来了。I just finished my talk and you came in. So as we can see here in Chinese sentence is a very typical Chinese sentence. In this sentence we have 讲完 and 进来, two verb phrases, but we don't have an obvious and, right? We don't have an obvious and in English, but this comma. So in Chinese, the Chinese verb or verb phrases, they do not have finite verb or infinite verb, this difference. So this may be a great challenge for English speakers because they do not know which one is a main verb, right? It also is a great challenge for Chinese students who study English because they do not know why they have to make a difference between finite verbs and infinite verbs. It's the same. 我刚讲完，你就进来了。I just finished, and then you came. So this 刚 is an indicator of past tense, right? Also, this 了 is a suffix to indicate that this 进来 is also past tense. And in the second sentence, the situation in the second sentence is a little bit harder, a little bit complicated. 我 also the first personal pronoun. 我刚 this bracket. 我刚在看书 or 我刚正在看书。我刚正在看书。So 我刚在看书. This combination of 刚 and 在, you can see this 刚 as an indicator of past tense. This is an indicator of tense, and this 在 is an indicator. This 在 indicator of aspect. So 我刚在看书 is the past tense. 在 is a past continuous. So if you translate the first part, 我刚在看书 I was reading a book. 看书 is the verb phrase, right? 看书 reading books or reading a book. Both are correct. 我刚在看书 or 我刚正在看书 It means I was reading a book. It's the past continuous. This continuous is the aspect of the sentence, right? Is represented by this 在, is an aspect of the sentence. So 刚在 is a combination of past tense and continuous aspect. And the latter part, 你就进来了. This 你就进来了 is the same, right? And the first sentence. So 我刚在看书，你就进来了. I was reading a book, and then you came in. So this is a past continuous plus a past tense. It's just like the situation in English. It's the same. But the situation in the third sentence is a little different. 我刚在看书 Right? 我刚在看书，我刚在看书。It appears the same, right? It appears the same. But what makes the third sentence different is the latter part. 现在没事了。现在 now 现在没事了。It means 现在 now I am free. Now I have nothing to do. So the first part of the sentence 我刚在看书 this combination 刚 and 在 just like this combination 刚 and 在 but it means different. 我刚在看书 it means I was, right? I was, but this 在 is not an aspect. It means I was reading a book, but only when translate the sentence in English, you can say I was reading a book. But in Chinese, 我刚在看书 it means this action has just finished. It's over. It's done. Unlike the second one, 我刚在看书，你就进来了。It implies that when the people came in, I was in the middle of reading a book. This action is not finished. But the third sentence, it looks like that in the third sentence, because we have this latter part, 现在没事了. Now I'm free. So the first part of the sentence, the meaning of the first part sentence was cancelled, unlike the second one. So if you translate this sentence, you can say, just now I read a book. Just now I read a book, or I have read a book. But now I'm not doing that. But now I'm free. So this combination of 刚 and 在 is only a past tense. The meaning of past continuous has been cancelled because the latter part 现在没事了 now I'm free. So you can say 我刚刚在看书 Of course, you can translate this first part as I was reading a book. Now I'm free. Of course, you can do that, but what I want to say is the first part of the sentence, the meaning of the first part of the sentence has been cancelled by the latter part. So this part of the sentence is very different like the second one. The second one is a past continuous, right? A very typical past continuous, a past tense plus an aspect. But the third one, 刚刚在, it only represents a past tense because the action is over, right? Not in the middle of something, but the action of reading a book is done, is over. So the problem here, the tricky part in Chinese is that because in Chinese verbs or Chinese verb phrases, they do not have an obvious inflection. So the meaning of the sentences is very much depends on its context. So this latter part is its context, right? 我刚在看书，现在没事儿。You can translate that I was reading a book, now I'm free. That's okay, but it's not in the middle of reading a book. But the action of reading a book is done, is over, it's finished. So the second one and the third one, the first part of the second and the third sentences is different. But you can say that in spoken Chinese, it's okay. Chinese can't tell that difference. But you have to be aware of the difference, right? Because in English, it's very strict with the tense and aspect, right? That's what I want to say. So this is a combination 刚 and 在, 刚 or 刚刚 and 在. So this 在 is no longer an indicator of an aspect. The meaning has been cancelled, right? So 刚刚在 is only an indicator of the past tense. The action is over, it's done. I hope I have said this clearly. Okay, I will read these three sentences. 我刚讲完，你就进来了。我刚正在看书 or 我刚在看书。我刚在看书 is more native than 我刚正在看书。Usually we say 我刚在看书 without this 正。我刚在看书 it means I was reading a book, and in the middle of reading a book you came in. 我刚在看书，你就进来了。我刚在看书，现在没事儿了。 我刚在看书。I read a book just a bit like 10 minutes ago, 1 hour ago. Now I am free. 现在 now 现在没事儿的，没事儿的，有一个 r 化音 r 没事儿事儿 the northern dialect of this 事儿没事儿的。Now I am free. So this first personal pronoun 我 in the latter part of the sentence has been cancelled because we all know that this sentence is about me, right? 现在没事了 Now I am free. 现在我没事了 Everyone knows I'm talking about me. So this me has been cancelled. All right, I hope you have learned something, at least something, about this gāng and the combination of gāng and the 在. I hope you have enjoyed this video. See you next time.